Hey anglers, this is Juan from Juan Fishing. If you're into fly fishing, conventional fishing, fishing while backpacking, fishing out of a kayak, or anything in between, all things fishing, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, or at least stop by once in a while and see what's going on. Today I want to give you some information about the cook system I use in my backpacking gear. I recently did a backpacking trip, posted some stuff on social media, and I had some folks asking me about my cook system because it's pretty compact, it's pretty straightforward, and I wanted to kind of share that with you. I'm going to go through each item and give you the weight on each item, and then talk to you about how I use it in two different modes. One I call my more light mode, where I want some things I wouldn't normally to bring if I'm really interested in squeezing down my weight to the lowest possible denominator, and then there's the mode where it's like I kind of don't care, I want to just bring what I want to bring. So this is the first thing. This is my Spork, Sea to Summit Spork. It's like 0.49 ounces. And I basically don't use the stuff sack because they weigh too much. I just use this very light rubber band. I didn't weigh it, but it weighs a fraction of an ounce, I'm sure. So this is a 750 milliliter Toaks pot, and it weighs in at 3.6 ounces. It's titanium, got some measurements on it. It's awesome. And I can store everything in my cook kit inside of here, including my stove. And so when I pull this out, I basically have another mug inside, and this is I think it's a 375 milliliter mug from Toaks. And this I like it because I like coffee a lot when I'm camping and when I'm backpacking. And so this allows me to cook food in here if I want to cook the food actually in the pot, and then not have to clean it out or whatever to make my coffee later. So that's kind of a luxury item, having this with me, and I can always drop that so I can have a lighter weight. Inside of this I store my stove. This is the Pocket Rocket by MSR, Pocket Rocket 2. I think this weighs 2.5 ounces by itself. And you can see it folds down, super small, unfolds out, pretty slick. Boom. I think I might have done that in the wrong order, but no, I got it. Boom. And then here. Then you got yourself a stove, and you screw it on top of the canister, obviously. So that's my Pocket Rocket there. Inside that, I've got a tiny sponge that I use that weighs like a fraction of an ounce. I think my sponge weighs 0.12 ounces, so I even weighed that. I got two salt shakers in there that weigh, I think, 0.31 ounces a piece, and so salt and pepper shakers, so that's pretty cool. And then I've got my little mini Bic Lighter, which weighs 0.4 ounces, and then this towel, which I use to kind of like, once I clean out the pot and stuff, to dry it out so I don't have moisture inside my containers. I can use this light load towel. This light load towel comes in at 0.3 ounces. And so you can see that everything here is pretty light, combined in what I would call like my luxury light mode, meaning I have the salt shaker, and some other things I like in here, and the coffee mug. That's only 9.63 ounces, which is pretty light. I mean, that is like, a little bit over half a pound. But when I really want to go ultra light and I really want to get super light, I can go down to 7.6 ounces. My 7.6 ounces would be the 750 milliliter pot, the light load towel, because I feel like I always want to have that for cleaning the pots and drying the pots, and then my MSR Pocket Rocket, obviously the spoon, and then I would leave out the coffee mug, leave out the salt shakers, leave out the sponge, and obviously I take the mini Bic to light it. So this would be ultralight mode, and these items are 7.6 ounces combined, and that is pretty light for a cook system. That's pretty usable and really gets the job done. I used this cook system to test it out for 4 days on a backpacking trip in a row, and it was really efficient, really light. I used it in my more mode where I'm using a lot of things, and I really liked it, and I could live with this too, because I've done this kind of backpacking with just this minimalist stuff, and it works out fine. The only thing that I could get rid of is my towel, probably. Out of all these things, they are necessary except for this one, and that's only 0.3, so I think I can live with that. So anyway, that's my cook kit. I hope that helps you out a lot. It's just another way to lighten your pack. When I'm fly fishing or fishing and backpacking, I try to get my base weight of my backpacking gear down to the minimal that I'm comfortable with and that I could feel like I can live with, because obviously I know that I'm going to be carrying some fishing gear. And I'll eventually get to talking about my fishing gear and how much that weighs. I've got some things that I've ordered to help lighten my fishing gear, and so I want to wait till that stuff gets here to show it to you, but the system is pretty slick. So anyway, this is my cook system. You know, if you have any questions, definitely post up in the comments below, and as usual, fish more and stress less.